Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having a great day. So today is going to be a review, a buy it or buy it. I have started that series this year, should you buy it or should you say bye to it? And this is on the Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. For reference, I am in the shade Creamy Vanilla. I'm wearing that foundation today. And this buy it or buy it, I'm going to do a little bit different. Generally, they're around 5 minutes. They're quick reviews. I do a demo, but today I am going to insert a demo clip of me applying the foundation to one side of my face. I do have like an active breakout situation going on. So you will be able to see how it covers that, how it applies. I wanted to go over a couple of tips and tricks because this is a tricky foundation. But if you can make it work, it's wonderful. So the difference is I'm going to take the camera with me throughout my day. It's hot outside in Texas. We are building a house, and so I'm going to be on the job site working today, painting, sweating, all the fun glamorous stuff that comes with home building. So I'm going to take you guys along with me because I think it's super important with this foundation specifically that you guys see it throughout the day at every stage because it kind of changes throughout the day. I will say that it's kind of hard to find a color match in this if you are fair to light skin. This is the lightest one, and I could not use this in the deep of winter. I would only be able to use this in the summer when I have a little bit of color like I do right now. So for reference, I'm about an NC 20 to 25 from MAC, and this is 01 Creamy Vanilla. I will say also that this foundation does oxidize about half a shade throughout the day after about an hour or so. So definitely bring your bronzer down your neck because if not, you will have like a brown body, a brown face, and a completely white neck. That's happened to me many times. I've used this foundation for a good, well over a month now because I just couldn't find out if I loved it. I love it around hour 3. I know it's so random, but I thought that would be something to note. It is a long wearing foundation and it does provide medium to full coverage. You can also go over your problem areas with a second layer to kind of conceal them. I do not recommend putting this under the eyes. Actually, in the demo, I kind of try to sweep it away from the eyes with my beauty blender because it can look super cakey up under your eyes. So even though it says conceal, don't conceal under your eyes with it, but on spots, it's okay. First things first, if you have completely oily skin, I think you're gonna love this. If you have dry to normal skin or even combination, you're going to need to pair it with kind of a illuminating primer. I've used the Becca Backlight Primer. I've used the Cover FX Illuminating Primer, and because I'm combination, so I get oily in the T-zone and then I am kind of drier everywhere else, my favorite primer to pair with this foundation is the Hangover RX because it's super hydrating, but it's not illuminating, so it's not going to make you glow and give you that dewy luminous finish, but it is going to hydrate and give some moisture to your skin. It's like a shot of moisture to your skin. Another thing, if you have dry skin, that I definitely recommend that I think makes this foundation so much better is if you add a drop or two of oil. Now this is the Blissful Body Oil. It's an Etsy shop and I actually love this oil. It's called the Miracle Beauty Oil and Serum, so it has a serum in it. But if you take 1 or 2 drops and mix it in with this foundation, if you're super dry, I think it's gonna make this work and blend and look a lot better and not cakey on the skin. So there is that. Now, as far as application methods, I hate it with a brush. I hate this foundation so much. I feel like a beauty sponge, this is the Beauty Junkies one, but a beauty blender, Real Techniques, whatever one you have, wet or dampened is the only way for me to use this foundation. And I love the finish of it and I love the look of it with a beauty blender, but with a brush, no. I feel like you can go overboard real quick with this foundation and it will look super cakey super quick. That's why I like the beauty sponge because it kind of picks up the excess product, and it doesn't make it look as super full matte coverage, you know what I mean? So definitely use it with a beauty blender. Another thing that I found is I've tried not setting this with powder foundation, not setting it with a setting powder. I've tried, you know, really packing it on and trying to bake places and all that nonsense. I find that the best way to set this foundation, because you kind of do want to set it or else it will start breaking up. Especially my chin is my #1 culprit of breakup, and then around my nose. But this is a expensive powder that I'm going to say, but if you can find one from the drugstore, maybe the NYC, something that is super, it's in my experience, it's got to be a loose powder. Pressed powders make this foundation look so much more cakey. So if you can find something that has to be super finely milled, translucent, and then this one does provide a little bit of luminosity. It's the La Mer powder. I think it's ridiculously expensive, but with a foundation like the Milani one or Estee Lauder Double Wear, Lancome Tint Idol, those are all kind of in the same category. Also, if you have tried the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, I think that these are very similar. I think the Milani one does provide an ounce more coverage than the L'Oreal one, but I like the finish of the L'Oreal a little bit better. And the L'Oreal Infallible you can kind of work with more. This one, it's like, it's kind of hard to work with. That's why you need to use a beauty blender. But this pair is really well together. It gives you a little bit of life back to your face, so it's not completely flat, but it sets the makeup, and it's so finely milled and so lightweight that it doesn't get super cakey. It doesn't get cakey at all. So that's the foundation and powder kind of combo that I used today. And I think like the Laura Mercier setting powder might work, the loose setting powder, or even e.l.f. has an HD powder that might work. But for me, the La Mer powder with this foundation just really mixes well together. So that is my review. I've been wearing this foundation already for a couple of hours, so we're at the like 2-hour mark at this point. So you can kind of see what it looks like. But as I said, I'm wearing like a cut t-shirt and a hat and some sweat, you know, cut off sweats. I'm going to be working today, so I'm going to take the camera along with me so that you guys can see it throughout the day. I'll do some quick check-ins, and then that'll be it. So I hope that helped. That's the way that I have found that makes this foundation work for my skin. Let us know in the comments, as always, if you've tried it, what your favorite method is, and all of that. But I'm gonna go and I will check back in here in a sec. Okay, I'm doing a quick check-in. It's been 6 hours. I'm about to go into the chiropractor, so I wanted to show you guys, first of all, in natural lighting. And this is what it looks like after 6 hours. I haven't touched it up at all. And then after this, we are gonna go to the new house and work. So I will check back in a couple of hours, but I wanted to show you guys this before I went in. And I think it's leaving. Do I have a sunglass mark, Brendan? Like right here?
Yeah, a little.
A little bit of a sunglass mark, you know? But that's all right. That happens with every foundation. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so it has been 8 hours now. I'll zoom you in a little bit closer, but we are at the new house. So, yeah, it looks good. It's a little dewy, which is kind of different. Is it like rainy or something outside?
A little humid.
Humid, that's the word I was looking for. So, and I'm outside obviously with no air condition, but it usually doesn't look this oily, but still after 8 hours, I think it looks really good. So, there is my update 8 hours in. So here's a little bit of the new house. I'm gonna take you inside and show you a little sneak peek since I'm here working anyways. We're sanding down this wood to make a barn door, or a couple barn doors, but look how old and cool this wood is. I love it. Nice, nice. There's paint on my face, but besides the paint on my face, this is my last check-in. It's been almost 11 hours. It's getting dark, and I need to wrap this up. I think it's like 8 o'clock, almost 8 o'clock. So yeah, this is it at the end of the day. I have not touched up. Let me take my hat off. Don't I look so cute? Not. But I haven't touched up at all, and it looks decent. I mean, I would totally go out like this minus the paint on my face. So I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of raw review, I guess, and kind of wear test of this foundation. It's really a good one if you find how, like, the best way to make it work for you. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye.